Okay, the first step to unjamming your rotary hook of whether it was a broken needle. I've seen even a strand of thread jam up the hook really tight. What I want you to do is take the retaining bar, hook retainer. I want you to take the right hand screw out. Put that aside. I want you to just loosen this side, the left screw, swing it out of your way. This will allow you now to move the whole machine with the degree wheel. This inner basket's probably jammed at this point, so what we're going to need to do is take off a few parts from the rotary hook itself and find where it's jammed up. Then you can clear it and continue on. Now that we have the hook retainer out of the way, I want you to turn the degree wheel in the back of your machine if it's single head, and I want you to find this part right here. You can see for filming's sake I took the screws out. I have one screw in. The one I want you to show you is there's 3 screws in this one plate right here. I want you to take the 3 screws out, and this part of the rotary hook will come right off. You'll need a very small slotted screwdriver. I want you to take that off. Careful you don't lose the screws, they're micro. Take that off, and once you have all 3 out, it'll pretty much fall off. So this piece right here is where usually thread and needles jam it up, between here and this other part of the rotary hook. So that's the first thing. If you have any scars or nicks on there anywhere, polish them off, put it back on the machine. There's another part that we might have to take off depending on if you don't see the rotary hook being jammed up right there. You'll see this part of the rotary hook where it has 4 screws. Okay, if you can't see, if it actually isn't unjammed by this point, then you'll have to take this off and see where, or that's the only place it could be. There's 2 spots, 2 plates. So go ahead and take these 4 screws out, take that off, polish it if need be, if there's any scratches, and then if the piece has got to be somewhere either between there or that other piece I showed you. So at this point, once you find it and put these plates back on, I want to go ahead and show you how to put the retainer bar back in the right place. So we'll do that in a second. Okay, at this point I want you to turn the degree wheel to 200 degrees. I want you to have this little notch in the basket straight up at 12 o'clock. I want you to bring this retainer bar into that slot. Go ahead and put your screws back in here, and what I want you to do is put maybe a millimeter gap between the finger on the black bar and the basket notch. What I would do is just push it halfway in and tighten it. Do not close up this gap because the machine will definitely not sew. It'll bird nest. That's the most critical point. Now, if your hook point is right here at 12 o'clock at 200 degrees, you're good. Don't retime the machine. If you need to retime the hook, I have a small video on that on YouTube. So basically, that's the easy way to clear your hook without retiming it. It probably doesn't need retiming, but you never know. Okay, thanks for watching. Jim O'Clair with Fix Your Stitch.